Hello, welcome back to my 25 Days of Madness. It's the Christmas season, so we're billing out 25 days of constant uploads. Apart from the day I missed, but then I made up for. Either way, we are going to do a tier list today. It's not original, it's not a brand new idea, but I'm going to do a Minecraft mob tier list based on how I feel about how useful certain mobs are. So this is the usefulness, as I did complain during the mob vote. I find a lot of the mobs that we have available in the game quite useless. So this ain't my favourite mob order, it's just how useful they are to me. Remember that. So we're going to start with Bat. They're quite clearly F tier, they do nothing, apart from fill in the ambiance of the underground. Bees are S tier. Why? Because they make honey and candles and honey blocks, which are multiple useful things. Now I don't use honey and blocks that much, but as a decorational point, candles are very useful to me. They also are great as the bee boxes and all that are great for decorational as well. So they're great, and they make flowers and stuff have more uses, so they're more useful. Blazements, they're A. Because beyond dropping the blaze rods, they have no other use for me. I can't use them as a decorational block. Sure, blaze rods have loads of potion uses, but I don't overly use potions. But either way, they're quite A. By the way, I'm going to do all this and then regret my choices as I realise that. But I'm sure I can move stuff around once I finish. So, cat to B tier. Cat B. Let's C tier. Why? Because they're cats and their main use is to keep creepers away from you. But as they don't really follow you around like wolves do, it's only in the ambient area, which is great if you want to set up a base and have cats not, so creepers not constantly walking towards you. But either way, they're small, they're cute, they get in the way. You end up spawning loads of them. Poison spiders. Excuse me. I'm gonna go D tier. Why? Because all they do is give you string and stress you out. That's literally it. Like, string is great, but you can just get it from normal spiders, and they don't poison you, which is the added bonus. Chicken B tier. Why? Because eggs, which make cake and pumpkin pie, and also meat and feathers. So that's like three purposes. Got my bows. Also, I've got my arrows. I've got my cakes, and I've got my chicken, which is great. And also because they don't attack me or anything, you can have them spawned around. Now this one's a bit controversial to what I'm saying, but next is, I don't know if it's just next is cod. For me, that is D as well. All they do is drop fish, but you have to kill them. And they're pretty easy, but you never get a lot spawned in one area, and once again, they only do fish. Okay, cows we have, I'm going to put for B tier as well. Why? Because milk, which helps you remove bad potion effects, meat, which hunger, and leather, which you need for enchantment, armor, and all that. So they're very useful. In fact, because it's got the armor fact, I'm going to move cows up to A. They are the go-to survival animal. Creepers. We're going to put creepers down as A or B. They're not S, that's for sure. Go with A tier. Why? Because they're the only source of gunpowder, which is great. I've just realised there's a couple of mobs down there that I don't know beyond like the basics what they do. Dolphins, I'm sorry dolphins, you D. Why? You get the speed bonus, and that's it, as far as I recall. Donkeys, we'll put down C, because you can use the connect chests up and have them as pack animals, but beyond that, they're pretty useless. So that's donkeys. Now we have drowned. Uh, Gonna go E for drowned. Why? Because though they're great at filling, they're great at filling the world. You are relying on them to be holding a trident for them to be useful. Like beyond that, they're just irritating because you want the tridents. And for me, it's rare, and I rarely ever get them to actually drop. So they're E for me. Uh, Guardians. Are you the big one, or are you the small one, or are you just the Guardian in general? What do they drop? Well, I'm gonna put them down as E as well, but no, that's just the big one, actually. That's the big one. What does the big one drop? Either way, E, because they're annoying and they attack me. I think they drop Sponge? What did they drop? I can't remember. But no, they're not. They have, sure, the water temples they've come with, and that they have all the purposes. You're right, they have the water temples, so we're going to move them up to actually. Move it up to C, because the water temples are part of them. So, they're not quite E. They have a secondary purpose, which is to defend the water temples, which can be useful to get sponges and stuff like that, as well as the sea lantern light source. And if I remember, the big guardians, the little guardians also drop like fish stuff, maybe? I can't remember. I often don't go see temple. Now we have the Ender Dragon. This is a kind of a difficult one. Because sure, defeating the Ender Dragon lets you escape the end, which would put it up there. Beyond the massive amount of XP it drops, it doesn't have a great use. But as I'm classing things that are built around the mobs as a mob use, aka the sea temples, blah blah blah, I'm going to put the Ender Dragon as a S tier. Because you get the Ender Dragon, you defeat the Ender Dragon, you can explore the end. So you got the Ender Dragon stopping from doing that. Then you get your Elytra, you get loads of enchantment gear, you get shulker boxes, which are amazing in themselves. Enderman. Endermen are. I put them on A tier for the same argument that I put Creeper up there. They're the only source of Ender Pearls. Blazeman and Enderman work together, so you can have your Eye of Enders, which I'm sorry, Blazeman, I forgot about that earlier. So they're up there. Endermite. Now, for me personally, I have never actually seen an Endermite in the wild, and I have no use for. I don't really make myself many XP grinding things. I just steal other people's. So for me, I'm gonna put them as E tier because they can be used to make um end farms and Enderman farms. But beyond that, I don't know of any other uses. Like if I'm wrong about any of these, you need to correct me. Okay, next we have Vindicator drops. We're gonna put them as like we're gonna put them as A tier. Why? Because they do drop the. If this is the right ones, I might not be right about it. They do drop the idols, which are fantastic and wonderful, but that's about the only use you have for them. So even though they spawn in like woodland mansions as well as pillager raids. Well, actually, they spawn at the pillager raids, which gives you the boons in the villages once you defeat them, which makes me want to raise that up. And they drop the idols, so yeah, they're going to be S tier. The other thing is the woodland mansions, though. I honestly, once again, never see them in the wild because they're so rare, or I see 50 of them in the wild. It's really annoying. Foxes, I'm sorry, foxes, you have no real uses in the game. Though I don't want to put you on F because like F is the absolute you do nothing, but you do kill chickens and look adorable. Again, if we have to, you kill chickens look adorable. Guardian little ones we're gonna put down as C tier as well, the big guardians. Horses are gonna go with the donkey, though if I think horses are just worse donkeys, but they move quicker if I remember correctly. I don't often do horses. These guys named the desert zombies. They're going to go E with the ground because you're just a zombie but different. Iron Golem, easy B tier. Because they protect villages. And then if you kill them, you get iron. Which is great. Shouldn't want me? Yeah. But beyond that, they do sometimes accidentally attack you. So I'm going for B. Llama. You can make them look pretty. You can make a llama convoy. And they do attack mobs, so I'm going to put them down as D tier. Magma Cube. All they do is drop magma creams. But in theory, you can make... Can you make magma creams? Anyway, they're for enchanting though. I can't remember which potion you use the magma creams for. But we'll go C. So you do have to go to the end to get them. Mushroom is the same as a normal cow because it can do everything that a normal cow can do, plus mushroom stew. Which I would put it as S tier because it can do the mushroom stew bit as well. But they're not as... Mushroom stew is tedious in itself because of course you have to have it as individual things. But also you have to find... There you have to go out to find them to eat cows anywhere. This is just another donkey. I think. That looks like another donkey. Ocelots. Same as cats now. I don't know. Ocelots are just the cats of extra steps. Can you even turn ocelots into normal cats still? I can't remember. Pandas. Pandas are adorable, but they don't really do anything. Just like in reality. Parrots. You can at least tame them. And they will sing songs and dance, so they're useless but E. Phantoms. Phantoms are E tier. They make the nights a little bit interesting. And sure, they do drop the phantom membrane, which you can use to mend your elytra, but you can also put mending on an elytra. Pig is pork. Oh, pork. And they are a riding thing as long as you have a carrot and a stick, actually. Which puts them one above the horses because pork. Who do the horses drop leather? I can't remember. Pillagers. Well, you can get the omen, which can trigger the pillager raids on villagers, which is useful if you wish to enact villagers to get more vindicators. You get crossbows from them quite often, and flax. I think B. Not quite S because I don't have anything OP they're going to drop. And I don't really think they're as useful as an A, so we're going to go B. Polar bear F. I'm not sure that is. Is that a pufferfish? Pufferfish we shall put as... Well, I'll put the normal fish in there because you can actually use it. I'm going to put F as an E because they're great if you want to make underwater breathing potions. But beyond that, they just jump out and scare you. Rabbits. Now, rabbits have meat, and they also have the lucky foot, which I can never remember what it does. Makes jump potion, doesn't it? So I'll put rabbits as E. These guys, they are painful, but you do have to defeat them to get your hero of the village. So we'll put them, we're gonna throw them in the sea pile because they're not totally useless, but they are pretty much nothing. Salmon can go with cod. Sheep, we've got meat and wool. Wool makes beds. Wool's useful fighting against the. Well, beds are very useful fighting against things like the dragon and sleeping, so I'll put wool up there. Shulker. Shulker, you get the shulker boxes, which allows you to carry so much more on you. Much like Enderman, you can make an ender chest. So yeah, shulker boxes are A rank, even though they literally have one use and they're very tedious to kill. Silverfish are F because they don't do anything but annoy you. Skeleton horse can go with the other horses because I don't really have a view on it. Skeletons, they drop bone, which makes bone meal, which allows crop production more and tree production to go. They also drop arrows, which means you don't have to keep killing chickens to get feathers. And they drop bows on the occasion. So we'll put them. I don't think they're quite as much as a B tier. Actually, they do more than the pillagers do. Excuse me, in the realms of dropping, but they do less ambient stuff. So I'll put skeletons up there. Slimes, you go with the magma cubes, you literally just drop slime box, but look adorable. I'm starting to think that C tier really is just the, they sort of do stuff, but like nothing amazing. Snowmen, they don't spawn naturally. They give pumpkins another use though, and make a reason to clear snow. So I'm gonna put them as D because beyond that, and they're great for guards, but beyond that, they don't do anything. Spiders, where's the poison spider? I've, they are going to be one above poison spiders. Why? Because they don't poison me. And yes, I know technically poison spiders give uses for the cow buckets, but no. Squid, you do drop ink sacs, but beyond that, you are useless. Like, you're the source of black dye in the game, but you don't do anything. Cold skeletons, I believe you do as much as normal skeletons. Traveling merchant, llama can go with the normal llamas because you're just pretty. Nemo, I don't think beyond tropical fish drop anything. Oh no, wait, you can get Nemo. Can you cook Nemo? I can't remember. I'll put Nemo with the other fish. Turtles, they're cute. The turtle eggs can be used to make a other mass murdering machine. I can't remember what. You also get the turtle shell scoop helmets, which are great for underwater. But beyond that, I mean, you can't make turtle soup, though we shouldn't. So I'm gonna put them as a B because they do more than most of that stuff. Evil spirits. I don't think they drop anything when you kill them. I'm gonna put villager as S tier because your villager can be whatever you want it to be. Like, you can make some very OP trays. Yes, it takes us a bit of effort, but they are very much the OP. These guys, I don't know. I don't know what these guys do. I'll put them up like here with the other pillager stuff, but I can't wait for someone to tell me and be like, oh no, it's those guys that drop the totem when I'm dying, and these guys are just irritating. You know, for that, just in case, they can both be S tier because I can't remember which one drops the totem when I'm dying, and I know I can Google it, but I'm not going to. Trading villager. Now, in theory, I want to stick him up here because trades, but in practice, he's like, I don't know how many of you have actually got a trade you've wanted, so I just stick him in the mess of the C tier for now because you can get some good trades, especially if you're like on playing an island survival and you don't have that many options anyway, which cause issues. if you kill them at the correct time, they do drop potions, which is good. But failing that, you get glass more often than not, or sticks, or sugar. Which, honestly, isn't very useful. But at least they drop something. Wither skeleton, let's see. Wither skeletons drop coal, stone swords, and wither skulls. Using the wither skulls, you can summon the wither, which is very useful. So we'll put them up at A tier. Wither, you get, obviously from that, you get beacons. Beacons are great because they make things a lot easier. Wolves are just S tier because wolves, a pet that follows you around closely, will fight, execute. Armor is coming, which will make them hopefully even better and more survivable. Very easy to tame. Like it's not like the cats where you have to sit there very carefully and then wait till they approach you to feed them the fish. You just walk up to them with a load of bones in hand. Zombie pigmen. Yeah, they just sort of exist. Zombie villager. I'm gonna put zombie villager as in the sea hell. Why? Because you can go through the effort to cure them or you don't. They are curable. That's why they're there. Zombies can go with the rest of the zombie creations I've got over there. Why? Literally rotten flesh. Like, if you've got a mod on that allows you to turn rotten flesh into leather, yay. If not, they literally drop rotten flesh. Gas can go with the magma and all that in sea hell. Why? Because they just drop tears and they're a pain. I don't even know if these guys drop anything, so I'll put them in D, but beyond that they're just ambient. We'll put the piglins higher because you can trade with them and you can get some cool stuff. Normally it's useless, but you can get some cool stuff from them. I've never used one of these freezing boys, but beyond like transport, I don't think they've got much of a use. That but zombied. Brutes, I've not had much experience with. So we'll put them between being a zombie piglin and a piglin. I'm sorry if that's wrong, I don't know much about them. Axolotls, let's see, they're cute, you can carry them around in buckets, which means unlike wolves, once you think they're gonna die, you can pick them up. They will absolutely annihilate anything in the water with you. But beyond that, they don't have much of a use, so I'll put them as D tier. Just realize that you guys cannot see half my screen. You can't see E and F now. Give me a second and I will re-evaluate my life choices. There we go. It's still a little smushed, but I will try not to add more to make more lines. Okay, glow squids. They are only one better than normal squids. And fight me on that. Especially if you've got like shaders on, which most people do because it makes it look so pretty. But also the fluorescent dye options are quite great, even if they are a little bit weird. Goats. What do goats do? They drop horns. The horns make sound. I don't know if the horns do anything. They don't seem to when I play with them. I think you can milk them. So I'll put them on D. Frogs. I haven't actually had any experience. I've now got frogs, warden, and and ally left. And I don't remember what the frogs do. So I'm gonna put them on F tier. If I am wrong, fight me, and I will lose, and I'll happily move them. But I just don't remember what frogs do. I might quickly Google it in a minute. Warden, Deep Dark, whole new expansion area to play with. You get some cool rewards down there. Because of the Warden, the way it acts is that whole new sensor options that were brought in to make the Warden mechanics work properly. So we'll put that down as S tier. And Allay, you find stuff for me, you're quite cute. Beyond that, I don't know if you do anything. So we're just gonna put you in the B tier just so you're one above the travelling trails. And then that's it. That's the current list. I'm now gonna quickly Google to see what the frogs do, because I feel bad dumping them back down there. Okay, so I looked at frogs, because I felt bad. They are basically like wolves. They will kill small slimes. You can breed them, you get a frog light, whatever that is. So I feel like they're more useful than most of these, so I feel bad for leaving the frog in there. So we'll just move them up to C tier, I think. That would do. There, that's my final thing for how useful I found certain mobs. Looking at it now, I feel like bees need to be moved a little bit because I really have put them up there, considering like cow exists. But yeah, I started on the wrong animal. Either way, that's roughly it. I'm sure it's fine. So thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe if you can. Time in awesome, income awesome. Time in terrible. If you got any alternatives or things that you think I've done wrong, let me know. And have a very Merry Christmas. This is Missy signing off. Goodbye.